Hey there people, Cariocekus here, back with another video, and in this one we're taking a look at Pumpkin Jack and answering the question, what is Pumpkin Jack? Well, if this video ends up being helpful, you know what to do. Give the video a thumbs up. You can also subscribe for more. I am also over on Twitch. Links for that and everything else in the description down below. Yeah, let's jump into it and see what is Pumpkin Jack. It's a 3D platformer, and while playing through it, I kept getting medieval vibes from it. That is a good thing because I really enjoyed medieval a lot. Here you play as Jack, sent by the devil to doom the world. Okay, let's start off this gameplay section by taking a look at the combat. This one is probably the one that felt weird, because the game uses an auto-lock system that it will sometimes target the wrong enemy just because he is the closest. The combat is simple one-button combos. You have a range attack and dodging. Fighting the grunts never really felt challenging, but the bosses were good. They all had different mechanics with increasing difficulty on them. There was always some jumping involved. I mean, it's a 3D platformer. Now, one of the weapons that I noticed were a bit strange was the scythe. The attacks felt strange because there was a slight delay in between the hits that made it feel slow and a bit clunky compared to the smoothness of the other ones. The platform was solid, the controls responsive. I played using the keyboard but can see a controller being a better fit for it. I did overshoot a few jumps, but I mean, that's part of it. They found a good balance between the platforming sequences and fighting. The game also has minigame sequences. These were a good break and helped keep the stages interesting. For example, in the haunted mines and the swamp stages, these are runner sequences. In the first one, you're using a minecart, dashing through the rails, trying not to crash. In the swamps, you're riding a flying horse and dodging the environment. These are two of the minigames. Each stage has its own minigame. They are all different, and most importantly, they don't feel like they dragged on for longer than they should. It went with a cartoony look, which is pretty common in 3D platformers. I don't even remember there being one that didn't use this style. The best part of using this style is that it ages very well. And even if the textures aren't the best, which is the case here, they still do look good. The game does run well. I had no crashes. System requirements wise, it is accessible. Here they are. And yes, I did play this on the PC. Voiceover is limited to the narration on the cutscenes in between the stages. The rest is pretty much text-based. The music has a creepy vibe to it. It actually fits perfectly to how the game looks, and it just helps remind me of medieval even more. The story here is pretty straightforward. You play Jack, sent by the devil to destroy the wizard that is opposing the devil and basically doom the world. No surprise plot twists on this one. The game does have collectible items and extra skins, but I don't see those as a reason to replay through the game again. They are pretty easy to find. I found most of it just by taking my time while playing through it. It is also a small game. It took me around 5 hours to get through it. You can probably do it a lot faster if you're not going after the collectibles. The main reason I got this game was that it's a 3D platformer. They just don't make them anymore. And I ended up being pleasantly surprised and enjoying the game even though it is a small one. It's an indie title, the platforming was solid, the responsive controls, with enough fighting in between the jumping, and the minigames really helped keeping the stages interesting. If you are like me and miss 3D platformers, you might end up liking this one. A good 3D platformer is always good to see, and that's going to be it for Pumpkin Jack. And if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. You can also drop by the Twitch channel, have a little chat with me. I am live 3 times a week, links in the description down below. And as always, thanks for watching, stay awesome, and drink your water. See ya!